attended the first of a series of meetings, which was really a reading/discussion group. And because, as we always seem to do at first meetings of any kind, we introduced ourselves and told a story. The facilitator told a story which had us all nodding because we connected with what he was saying. He said that he had read this book and it had touched his life in such a way that he decided to share it with his rector. So he actually bought a copy and sent it to his rector, who read it and also loved it and thought this would be a good book to share with the parish family at large. So the two of them met and talked about what this might look like. Now, if you've been in any meeting where you have given a suggestion or shared an idea or asked a question, you might know where this ends. Because, in fact, this person who brought the book to his rector now ends up being the facilitator of the reading group. He is given the responsibility of carrying out the work. You know, sometimes when that happens to us, we are excited and we're ready to go because we see and anticipate the good things that will come from our ideas. But sometimes we can be overwhelmed by what it will mean to, as it presses in on our time and maybe our skill level or whatever. And I imagine very much that is what Jesus' disciples felt when they heard Jesus say, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few." Because his next instruction to them is, pray about it. Yeah. And then the next thing he said to them, go into the field. They knew that the harvest was plentiful. Certainly Matthew lays it out in such a way that the two chapters preceding the chapter in which our passage comes from is all about the work Jesus was doing, just one after the other. The people he healed, Peter's mother, Jairus' daughter, the crippled, the paralyzed. He taught lessons, he preached. It was just one thing after another, and it's almost as if he had no room to breathe. And the disciples who were following him would have felt the same feelings, that there was a need out there in the community, a need that was more than Jesus could manage as this preacher walking the streets of Palestine. They knew he needed help, and I am sure they were willing to pray that Jesus would get help from somewhere. Little did they know that the somewhere was right there in them. Because we as disciples, even today, are called not just to be aware of the needs in our community, not just to pray about the needs in our community, but to go out and be Jesus in our community. It is a part of what discipleship is all about. We are not just working for our leader or God or Messiah or Savior. We are called to be Jesus in this world. There are like 3 steps: to see the need, to pray about the need, and then to go out and do something about that need. And this community knows about this. Because when I came here 2 years ago, I heard about the discernment process that this faith community had gone through, and that there was this prayer that they could, as a community, as individuals, go out into the neighborhoods surrounding St. Jude and make a difference. You had gone through the steps, and now Jesus has made a way for you, for me, for all of us, and all the volunteers who have joined in to be Jesus in our community. It is a wonderful thing. And the part of the story that we didn't read, and I encourage you when you go home to read the rest of that passage, is when Jesus explains that it's not going to be easy. There's all kinds of trouble coming your way. It's not an easy task to take on the mission and work of Jesus. There is opposition in our path. But Jesus tells us we don't need to worry because the Spirit is going to be with us. The Spirit is going to guide us. The Spirit is going to tell us what to say as we proclaim the good news. We tell people the stories about Jesus. As we reach out to make a difference in people's lives so that they may become whole. As we preach the gospel, the Spirit is there to lead us. So may we have the eyes and ears of Jesus to see the needs. May we have the heart of Jesus to be compassionate. And may we be the feet and hands of Jesus working in our world. Amen.
Amen.